Look, it's no. Don't do. Wrong place. Okay. Go back to your cabinet of Erasmus exchange and say no. I don't want to go to Brno. Brno is, you know, it's gonna break you. It's gonna fucking destroy you. I tell you. That's why I'm in the elevator eating a banana. I'm destroyed. Look, really, don't come here. Don't come. I'm talking in English. I'm thinking in English. This is not correct. I'm not from England. I'm from Portugal. You know.
It's a nice place. It's a really nice place to stay.
It's been a really good experience here. I think Brno is a good choice.
There's nothing but positivity from the experience, and I do recommend it to everyone who has the chance to take this opportunity. The memories will last with you for the rest of your life.
Enjoy your time here, because you think it's a really long time, but it passes so quickly.
You see the world in a different perception, and I think it's an invaluable thing to do. I think so for students to do it, especially Czech Republic.
Learn other cultures, you try to learn other languages.
Have fun, enjoy life. It's short, and be who you want to be.
No, this is a good place. Come, it's good. A lot of people cool. I like it. I like Brno. I'll come back.
Yeah, I was studying about Czech history, but you know, Milan Kundera was my first connection, and it's incredible how a writer, even if he's not Czech anymore, can make you choose one place to be interested in. It's quite interesting that.
So I didn't know nothing, the truth. I only knew that there is a very good culture, theater culture here, and also people told me that there was a very good food.
I know that Czech people play ice hockey, and then I knew that people are more quiet than the Western European, and they're more like Finnish people.
Cold weather, strange language, different currency. 2,500 kilometers away. So I thought it was a good adventure.
I went to Prague when I was about 15 years old, but only really for one day, so perhaps I didn't know so much about the culture, but I was certainly very interested to learn something. About Brno, very little, actually until I arrived here. I didn't know what to expect, but I think that's what made it exciting for me.
I knew about the country in general through my lecturer, whose wife is actually from Czech Republic. He told us about the history of theatre and a little bit about the history of the country itself, but in general I knew quite little about the place.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. I had to check it in Google Maps to show where it was, this country, because I didn't know nothing, absolutely nothing. I know it was a Czechoslovakia country, but that's all.
Do you want an honest answer? Not a lot. Basically, when I found out I was coming here, it was about a week before I left. I found out very late, and I knew nothing about the Czech Republic. I know obviously it's, you know, in Europe, obviously, but yeah, not a lot. But I read a book, but obviously I'm coming here to study acting, so I got a book called Modern Czech Theatre and read that. So I know obviously about Václav Havel, and I tried to learn as much before I came, but really I didn't know much.
it's hard to explain. They seem to integrate and be accepting of each other a lot more in this country than they do in my country. So I think that's probably the most positive thing, as well as the theatre itself being very popular, and also different shows every week. I think I've seen more shows in Czech Republic than I've seen in my lifetime in the UK over 3 months, which is incredible. A bad thing, maybe some of the styles in which I've looked at some of the projects that some people are doing in terms of like musical theatre and things like this. There's a big step and change between the musical theatre in Czech Republic and musical theatre in London, and purely through financial changes. And there's millions and millions of pounds in London, and there's probably a quarter of that in Czech Republic. So something I think which would be good would be, you know, finding this sort of this money to give such a good musical acting performance as they do in London.
Although Czech Republic is a very similar culture to the Portuguese one, it is also very different. Similar in the way of how society works, but some values are really, really different. For instance, the culture of the holiday on Easter, the whipping women and women offering eggs to men, that's very machist. That would not happen in Portugal at all. The good way was fighting the prejudice of different culture, as in how people work, because people work differently. It's a different logic, it's a different language. So suddenly you have something really different because it's based on language, and language perceives the world that you're living in. People are just the same, they are looking for the same stuff. And that was the biggest good surprise, I think.
I'm so surprised about the friendships in Jamu, especially, and in the whole Brno. I can say that I have really good friends. Not just, and I hope they are not going to be just friends during this year. I'm pretty sure that the most of them are going to be my friends during a long time, even if I have to come back or whatever. I think we will keep in touch with the most of them. And the worst thing, bureaucracy in the offices, especially in the police foreign office. Oh, horrible! Nobody speak English, nobody speak some other language, and they are angry if you don't speak Czech, and they don't help you for anything. I had a big problem with my visa there, and believe me, it was annoying spending 4 hours for nothing and going and going.
I thought that more people would talk English better, because especially the old people in the shops, they don't talk English at all, and it was really difficult for me at the beginning. And the best, I don't know. That there is a lot of Spanish people here, but this is in the bad way as well, because I came here to be with foreigner people, not with Spanish, but it's okay.
How friendly everybody is. Everyone's like very welcoming. When we got here though, like, I was surprised how, you know, it's supposed to be a city, the second largest in the Czech Republic, but it's so quiet. It's so quiet. Probably the best and the worst thing is the people. Some people are very, very nice, and then others are very rude. I think it's just because I'm English though, probably. Yeah.
In a good way, how enthusiastic people are to know you, and when you're speaking to people, for example, at a bar or with some students, they really want to know who you are and what you're doing, and they're enthusiastic about this, and I find that very refreshing. Off the top of my head, no, not really. The only thing that I'd find surprising, and it's not really in a bad way, is how quiet it is here for a city. Brno seems very quiet in comparison to a larger city like London or Prague. At night time the streets are virtually empty, there's no cars going along, but it's very pleasant.
I thought that everybody speaks English, and that's not true. There is a lot of young people that didn't know any word in English, that it's impossible to speak with them because they don't speak English. And I'm very surprised about it, because in Spain we have it also, but I thought that here people speak English, because in the rest of Europe most of people have a very good level in English. So, people is very nice, everybody are very nice. But there is a stupid thing that I'm very surprised, because in Spain it's impossible to find toilet paper everywhere, and here there is everywhere. And for me it's stupid, but it's very surprising, because when I'm in some pub for young people, I always take my bag at the beginning, like there is not going to be, or there is always. So for me it's very surprising, because it's impossible to find it in Spain in some pub.
Well, the alcohol is so cheap. It's crazy. It was surprising, but well, I don't know if it's a good or bad way. both. And then maybe the language also it seems so hard at first, but now it's much easier. I think it somehow makes sense now.
I have a lot of free time. I'm drinking, having fun, writing, trying to be creative, thinking about life, killing me with tobacco, visiting places, you know, talking with women and men, eating bananas, eating kebabs and pizza, and staying in my bed in Astorga, inhaling all the dust.
In my free time, especially when I'm not with my friends, because free time usually with friends is for drinking a beer, going some party, of course. But I like to be here in Lushanki Park for studying, for relaxing. It's like in some moments I need to be apart from everybody, to be concentrated in my studies, and sometimes I walk from Astorga to here. I try to find some bench, or maybe just on the grass I sit. Then I start reading, I start writing, and I enjoy a lot. I can spend hours here.
Yeah, too much, I think. I think too much. For me it's good because I'm a lazy person, and then and for me it's really good to have a free time. But I think here because we are Erasmus people, we have just our lessons with Erasmus people, and I think the teachers don't care enough about us. It's like, okay, you are Erasmus, you will get your mark, you will get an A if you need it, and you don't need to do really nothing. And the schedule, the timetable is strange, because in Spain we have lessons from 8 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon, and here I have, I don't know, really mess schedule. But I like it. Yeah.
No. Yes and no. I think I'd love to have more free time. I'd love to, like when I got here, the course of Erasmus, I had 5 months here, and I know my friends from Spain and Mexico, they've had the chance to be here for a lot longer, from September, whereas I came in February, and they're leaving in July. So I think, although there has been a lot of free time, and I would love to, if I did it again, maybe be more of an activist and and work more if I did have the choice to do it again. I think I'd love to have spent more time here. I think just to embrace the culture a bit more, learn the language a bit more, and especially the language, but also to give myself the time to prepare, so I could, if I was here from September, maybe to have 2 or 3 projects working on at the same time, and be more involved in other projects which other of my friends have been doing, which I'm quite jealous about them having the chance to do. On the other hand, I think yes, I have had a lot of spare time, and I think, but it's only spare time if you choose it to be. For example, my modules, I think most of my modules rain on Monday, Tuesday, and I think I have a couple of hours on Friday. So there's lots of free time, but it's whether you choose to use it or not. You can use it. I mean, I know a lot of myself and my friends have chosen to go and travel to different places like Prague, Vienna, which are only a very short distance away, Bratislava. But it's up to the Erasmus student whether they use it or not.
Yes, definitely. When I was studying at the Janáček Academy, I had 2 days a week which were for classes, and they were very busy days. But after the Monday and the Tuesday, I had the rest of the week off to do homework or to go out and see something new about the city or the area, and that was very good for me because it meant that I wasn't always sat behind a desk. It meant that I could, take this opportunity to see a new country and to see a new culture. So I'm very glad for that chance. I've not wasted my free time.
Maybe too much free time, maybe too much time to go to the pub. We've made friends now, so it's just like being at home. You just relax with your friends, don't do much.
I have been very busy, but I have had free time also. But the truth is that I have been busy. Yeah. I used to be with my friends, and I tried to travel to know different cities and villages. I like to travel and to know places. That's what I did. And we were almost always in the second semester in cabinet with. Yeah.
I think too much. Because I'm all, in semi-holiday all the time. I don't do that much work, and I'm spending time with my Erasmus friends and also walking around, and I've done also a little bit of traveling.
I study, I meet people, I go to parties, and it's almost the same. The biggest difference is because I'm living in this college, and then I miss my privacy, my own space. And in Spain I have my house, and I have my kitchen, and I have, I can just sit in my salon and watch the TV. And here it's quite difficult to have this time for yourself.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, I do a lot of the same things here that I do in England. You hang out with friends, you go to the pub, you watch the football. You watch the football. It's not. It doesn't feel like a holiday. It's just like I live here now. It's the same life but in a different place. It's like if you move to a different part of England, it's different, but you live the same life. But I think out here. It's been more exciting because it's a different country, But it's been more exciting, and I think I probably do more here than I do in England.
Here, every day, if somebody tell me, okay, let's go to a pub, wait, why not? Why not? Everything is closed. Everything, not just for having fun. Culture, schools, parks, restaurants.
Yes and no. I think my mentality has changed to be more optimistic about what I'm doing and figure out how I'm going to do something with more of an optimistic approach, which is very rare for an English person to have, if I'm honest. So that's probably the biggest thing.
I don't used to go out during nights during the week, because we used to be very tired because of the school, and we don't go out. And here, I think I'm going out a lot of days during the week, but it's also because you don't have your family here, so your friends are your family, and you need to be with them during the week also, so you are with them every day, and you go out. It's the only way to be with them, and that's, for me, sometimes I think about it. I'm going out almost every day, and I don't used to do it in Spain.
I needed to learn to cope with other people and sharing things and other things, and also because there's lots of students in the same building, and in Finland it's like it's my own family. There's different people, and I spend a lot of time by myself. Here I need to do. I'm spending more time with people.
I party much more than I would party in Portugal, because my school schedule would be more filled. You know, I would have a complete day of work if I was in Portugal. In here, it's not like that. So the lifestyle also differs from it. For instance, in Lisbon, I would only drink on Friday and Saturday, and in here it's really usual to have at least one beer a day.
I found myself more interested in actually learning about where I am. I've placed a lot more importance on where I am physically. What is the significance of this place? What is the significance of the people around me? And that's become a new priority, and I've just found myself generally a lot more interested in things as a result of doing the Erasmus exchange. So yeah, it's a simple answer, but it has a big consequence, I think. What do I think about Czech girls? I think Czech girls are lovely, and I also think Slovakian girls are very lovely too. And yeah, genuinely very interested in what you're doing, very enthusiastic to know you, very friendly, and yeah, again, very positive. I have nothing bad to say.
Czech and Slovakian girls, wow. Yeah, that would probably, okay. So my message to the world is come to Czech or Slovakia because the girls are phenomenal. That was probably the biggest shock, I think, when I first got here, is that they're very beautiful. It's almost like there was a supreme race built in Czech and Slovakian countries for these sort of people. But yeah, I think they're alright. They're not too bad, you know. They've got good diets, although they can drink more beer than I can, which is quite scary. But nonetheless, they're really nice people, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
I think Czech and Slovakian girls are more pretty than the Portuguese girls, the medium, but the Portuguese guys are often more pretty than the Slovak and Czech guys.
Mám rád české dívky. Docela. Well, it's Czech and Slovak girls are so beautiful. Yes, because I have a lot of Slovak friends as well. Wow. What can I say? I like to see Czech girls. I'm not so successful with Czech girls as with people from other countries like the Balkans. I know girls from Croatia, from Bosnia, that they like me a lot, but Czech girls, they are not so interested in me. Well, just typical 1 or 2 experiences, like party, kissing, and that's all.
Oh, good question. I think that they are at the beginning they are quiet. When they get drunk, they become totally crazy, and they, I don't know, they want to rape you or something like that. No, I'm joking, but yeah, and I think the girls are more hot than the guys. Yeah, the guys. There's no intermediate level. If you find a really handsome guy, it's really handsome. If it's not, it's just ugly. But they are nice. I like the Czech guys. Yeah.
They're nice with that. They've all got really big boobs. I think in England, obviously, we have a lot of junk food and girls are a lot fatter in England. No, like Czech and Slovakian girls, yeah, they're friendly. Like in England, yeah, with girls, it's like they're slutty. English girls are slutty. Yeah, English girls are slutty, basically, but Czech girls, although I do know that a lot of Czech girls, yeah, fucking hell, this is a really hard question, I don't want to offend anybody. They're more, like, I think Czech girls are more, what's the word, honest, maybe. Or more like they're just real, like they're not fake. Or maybe they are, I don't know, maybe I don't know them well enough.
I have to say it. I think girls are more beautiful than men here in this country, that's true. I haven't seen a lot of nice boys for me, in my opinion. But there's very nice people, but no in that way.
They're not my type, at least. They are more, I think they are more friendly, because Finnish boys, they're really quiet and sometimes really rude, so I think Czech boys are more friendly and they handle alcohol better than Finnish, but not my type.
The sea, because the Czech Republic's a very landlocked country, and yes, you have the lake and you have some very nice rivers and such, but coming from an island, that's the thing I miss the most, definitely, the sea.
I miss nature, because Finnish nature there's much more nature in Finland than here is. I'm not used to living in a big city, so it's hard for me, but yeah, nature is.
I'm missing most bacalhau and beach and my shorts and stuff like that, and my parents and my bed and my clothes and my instruments. Yeah, that's it.
Fish. I miss fish. I don't like a lot of fish, but I need to eat it sometimes. And in here there's not a good fish. And also the sea.
What I'm missing, of course, my family, of some of my friends. Sometimes, just sometimes, because I'm not that kind of patriot, like Mexican food is the best all over the world. No. I used to adapt myself to the places. I don't miss too much food. Sometimes I say, oh, maybe I need more spicy food, but I think people is what I must miss from there, especially people close to me.
Family. English food, like fish and chips, yeah, and now the football season's over, but before, like, not being able to watch the football with my friends, and generally just sort of Guinness as well. Really miss Guinness.
and I miss the good weather, and I don't know, the most family and friends. And I don't know, at the beginning I thought that Czech people were so quiet and silent, and I miss this mess in Spain, you know, the funny ambient. But now I think that it's almost the same ambient. The people are really active. I don't know.
I'm quite pessimistic, so I would say not so much as other people from England or other countries. I think I've been back to England once since in the last 3 months, and I think family maybe is one of the only things. All the traditional things like fish and chips and kebabs on a late night in England, or expensive beer, I'm not really too bothered about missing. But yeah, I think I'm the kind of person that I take the experience quite in a good way. So I don't really miss too much about England, as much as other people may do.
Yeah, I think so. Because before I came, I had my group of friends in Spain, and you're not so open to meet new people. And now I think I'm more open to meet new people, not scared to talk with anybody or to ask whatever. Yeah, and I think I'm changing my opinion, because I think you have to travel to know a lot of things, and I'm more rich in this sense.
The levels have changed a lot. I've changed a lot in many ways in terms of getting here, doing, I don't know, maybe going crazy at certain points of sort of not necessarily being homesick, but getting used to living with different people from England, Portugal, Poland. Your mentality on things is still the same. You're still students. You still have money. You have financial worries. You have relationship worries. You have the general desire to do the same things. So the culture shock for me was the fact that cultures in different countries are not so much different. Everyone is still human. I think I've become more open to travelling, and more open to finding job opportunities abroad as well as in the UK, which I know a lot of people are quite scared to embrace a travelling job or something like this. So I think the best thing about me, and the best thing I've changed for is the idea of being open to the rest of the world a lot more.
Yes, I think I've tried to be more constructive with my time. I've tried not to waste my time so much, and it's changed my work ethic. I'm genuinely trying a lot harder to do things and to achieve things, and yeah, it's had an impact.
Yeah, of course. It's because I've been meeting so many different people and learning a lot about other cultures, and I have opened my mind, and now I see the world differently.
Yeah, I think Erasmus changes people, definitely. Not a big change, but yeah, because you put too much in stake. You come to another country and you leave all things behind. And most of us didn't have the chance to spend so much time far away from the country. And so you have to deal with the problem of leaving a lot of stuff behind, and how will you keep that stuff alive for when you come back again?
I feel more open to understand different kinds of expressions, because most of Mexican theater is so conservative. And first time I saw performances here, I was like, strange. Then I started to open my mind, but not just in the professional way, like as a theater director. As a person, I enjoy a lot. I stopped to be stressed about everything. I'm totally different right now. Yes.
I came here also to change, to try to change. So I hope I have changed. I hope it.
In a way, yeah. It's like, you know, it's a different kind of freedom. You know, I think when you move somewhere where nobody knows you, you know, you've got a lot of freedom to be who you want to be, or, you know, change yourself. But I mean, I'm not really sort of one to change myself, but oh yeah, I have changed, I suppose. Yeah, yes is the answer. Yes.